welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Britt. I'm a wife, mom, multi-passionate business owner, and I make business, marketing, and lifestyle content. So today we've been going with the cozy vlog theme. I feel like if you watched the podcast episode this week over on the channel, I did it in my office and it was just a whole cozy vibe, which makes sense because we just got a really good snowstorm. I feel like probably one of the best ones we've had since we moved here. So today I figured I would make a video. I've been working all morning getting just some admin stuff done, and February I've really been spending on working on the back end of my business. I'm going through a refresh with the creative agency, and I figured this afternoon I have a project that has just been kind of on my mind. So I'm going to take you guys through it, and I think it's going to just be a series that I'm going to touch on because I'm really trying not to do the all at once thing. I am definitely an all or nothing kind of person, and I love to dive into a good project, but I have lots of things on my plate right now. And I feel like if you listen to one of the podcasts earlier this year of the kind of the feel and the vibe that I'm going for this year is really creating intention in my spaces, intention in my business, intention in my schedule. So today I'm going to focus on doing some decluttering, and I was going to do the girls' room, but I only have about 45 minutes to get this pocket of work done, and I think I'm going to work on our master bedroom, the primary bedroom, and work through everything for there. One of the biggest things that we've definitely gotten rid of a lot of stuff over the years, and I do want to say, if you haven't been following along or are new here in my world, we moved to Pennsylvania from Arizona. This will be our third year here. So when we did that, it was right after the pandemic. The housing market was crazy back here. At the same time too, our house sold before it even hit the market. And my husband's being relocated for work, but we were having such a hard time figuring out how to manage our 3 kids, find a house that wasn't going crazy. And we also had no idea what the area was like at all. It's just us out here. Luckily, the house that we got entirely was the universe's gift to us, and we were blessed with the best neighbors. And so when we moved, we actually sold nearly 90% of our stuff or donated it and packed everything we owned and kept in 2 U-Haul pods. And we actually were houseless, we called it, for a good 3 months. We traveled around. We had planned on doing it a little bit more, but they started changing things. My husband works remote, I worked remote, and so they started changing things around their schedules, which we hadn't expected. We thought we'd have another year or at least have some kind of warning, but that's life. We're really good at winging it. And so that's how we found this house. We've bought furniture here. It's quirky spaces, and I'm curious to know if anyone feels the same. If you've ever lived out west, or like especially Arizona, almost everything is new builds. I feel like it's more common to build a house than buy a house, but back here it's very rare to build a new house. Like new builds they're just not common. And so we definitely have some quirky spaces in our house. We've been really trying to figure out how it works. And then especially like our girls' room can get really cluttered really fast. So I think it's just been a few years of really trying to figure out what spaces really work. It's our first house ever having a basement, which the girls were like ecstatic about. I think with that just came some trial and error. Let's see. We've got doggies who want to play in the snow. And so I think it's time for another de-stash. So one of the things I'm going to work on for sure is my clothing. I feel like, especially being a mom, and like maybe I don't have babies anymore, but like through the years I've always kept things that I say I'm going to wear, or like they do fit me, but I just don't wear them. And then I end up just with this huge like overstuffed drawers, and it's just not working. Same with the girls' room, especially since we have 3 girls. We moved down clothes and it just ends up to this huge mess. So I'm gonna be working in the master bedroom today and getting that all done, and I'll take you along with me. So this is what we're working with. This is my office / closet. It's kind of like a bonus room, or like, I guess you could say a walk-in closet. It's definitely something different than what we're used to, but I'm a full believer that creativity is bred in small spaces. So of course I have my current audiobook that I'm finishing right now. I'm literally in the last part of the book and it's getting really good, and just sipping on some coffee, trying to get this done before the girls are ready to get picked up from school. I did just go through some things not too long ago when I was reorganizing this, but like as you can see, there's still so much that I'm holding on to that I'm not actually wearing. This shirt that I'm holding up, I bought on a clearance sale from a small shop that was going on pause, on break, and I literally put it on twice trying to wear it, and I take it straight off. Like, I am a creature that loves what I love. I have favorites. I am a creature of habit, and I love what I love. So like even the sweatshirt that I'm wearing right now, it's extremely faded, but it has like the perfect arm length that is like perfectly enough to be slouchy, and it's just so cozy. I've broken it in perfectly. So I tend to stick to the same thing. So I don't know why I'm holding on to so many of these clothes that just like I do not wear. During this process too, I actually found like some of my favorite shirts that I haven't even seen, haven't even worn, because there were so many other things. So one of the things that I am doing during this is keeping kind of that maybe pile, putting it in there, and if I don't actually use it, I will be donating those. But they are some of my favorites. I just literally haven't been able to see them. So they say it works really well. If you can see it and there's a place for it, you'll use it more often. But like if you're just putting things away, you forget about them, you don't use them. So that's kind of how I am going through with all of this. The book I'm reading just had a complete plot twist. It was so good. It's by the same author that I'm going through. I'm going through my British era of books and movies and series right now. So this author's named K.L. Slater. If you have an Audible membership, it's one of the free books on there. It's called The Narrator. It's amazing, and I love the gal who narrates it on all of her books. There's like 2 of them, but their voice is just amazing. I love it. I get really picky with that sometimes, but I 100% recommend it. I've loved every one. The books have just been, I can't consume them enough. So I do it on the drive to school, on when I'm out running errands, or when I'm doing things around the house. It kind of just gives me a little pick-me-up. It's something I look forward to, and it makes kind of those mundane tasks not so mundane, and it's something that I actually look forward to. So just a little mindset switch there. I'm curious, are you one that struggles just like me of the overflowing drawers, but having stuff that you're literally just keeping for one day, or maybe I'll wear that? Is decluttering on your list too? Because I have to tell you, after doing all this, it feels so good. Like the dresses that I'm just pulling, I've literally never worn that pink shirt. The blue one, I keep saying, oh, well, one day it's cute. And I've never worn it. So I went through this a few times. This is the hanging rack that we have. We have very little storage, very minimal closets here because, like I said, this is a quirky house. So I just started going with it, just started actually being honest with myself and knowing that if I needed to replace something in my closet that I ended up wanting or feeling that there was a need for, like I have on my list to get some short sleeve bodysuits because they tend to work really well, and it's kind of a capsule wardrobe. But I want it intentional. Like I said, I like the things I like. I do a lot of research when I actually will go get my clothes or when I order them, but that's my goal moving forward this year. If I need to replace something, I'm confident that I will, and everything's going to have a purpose. So this is actually what I got rid of, like so much. And I'm working through a pile of sweaters that I couldn't even see. So we have this kind of makeshift storage right now for sweaters, especially since we are in cold season. I think that makes it just a little bit more to look through. So I know that I will be packing those away when summer hits here. This is our little group, our little posse. I went to go get the girls from school and they just were all snuggled up and thought it was so cute. All right, so this is the donation pile, putting everything in here, bringing you along for a little dopamine rush here too, and just really hoping that this inspires you and just kind of not only motivates you, but gives you that permission and confidence to give that permission to yourself, to let go of the things that you don't necessarily need or just carrying around, because you'll realize it creates so much extra weight that you don't realize you're carrying. So Obviously, I always have a little helper. This is one of my favorite sweatshirts I kept. It's by far, I've had it for years, since probably I first became a mom. I think that first year, so like 2016. And it's the most comfy. It's my favorite. I love to design in and write copy in. And so that's why you can see the sleeves are literally tattered, but it's so worn in and it's so cozy. So obviously I'm keeping it. But now, since I've cleared out some room in the hanging area, I have room to hang up some sweaters. I know the rule you're supposed to fold your sweaters, but it's one of those things I can't see it, so I need to put it up there because these have been in here all season. I have not worn them, but I do absolutely love them. This is one jacket I'm not sure of. I bought it, I've worn it a couple times, but again, I haven't been able to see it, so it's one of those maybe things. If not, it's getting donated. I'm also such a huge thing with white because I spill everything, but I'm going to be confident. I'm going to rock it. If I wear it, I wear it. If it's part of my personal brand, then that's what we're going with. And then of course my tried and true favorite flare jean jacket from my favorite small business. And then this has been sitting on my to-do list forever. Oh, Lewis Lit, please tell me that there is a Suits fan watching this, because that was one of the best shows that I literally devoured. Oh, and my mom. So this is from a small shop. This is Dixie Heart Designs. I'll link them down below in the description box. Love it. It's a small shop, and the gal is really sweet who designs them. So, and the girls were just amazed. They loved the bluey shirt. So they're seasonal, but like I wore these so much during Christmas season, holiday season. So I'm packing those away in the basement with all of our Christmas stuff when I take it out. And those are things, they bring me joy. They're intentional. So I'm going to be keeping those, just packing them away. And then we have to get some of these saver bags because we've used all them. We're going to be moving things around. The basement will be another project. So that's the donation pile so far. And then my hubby got home from work and he went straight after it. That whole pile right there, including the big Carhartt jacket, all of it is what he's donating, what he literally is not wearing. So this is exactly what we ended up with. And he agreed the same thing. He felt so freeing to just get rid of things we were just keeping just to keep. I didn't have a before of his closet, but there's so much more room. Like I said, our closets are quirky and weird, but literally there's one drawer filled in that thing, and he had 2 of those. This is how much room we cleared out and how much we were just keeping for no reason or kind of out of guilt or feelings. This is what I ended up with looking on my end, and then drawers that actually shut. So we'll go through this again probably in another month, but I hope this gave you some motivation. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you next time.